Our first guest tonight is CNN's chief White House correspondent, anchor CNN's The Lead and State of the Union, and a best-selling author. His latest novel, The Devil May Dance, is published this month and is already a New York Times bestseller. Please welcome back to the show our friend Jake Tapper. How are you, Jake?
Hey, Seth. How you doing? Good to see you.
I'm doing very well. I like that you have the title of the book over your shoulder. That is very...
did I? I didn't even know that I did that. I didn't even...
You're a natural. You're a natural at self-promotion. I really tip my cap.
I just put the painting up there on the wall. By the way, do you know what this is? This is a hat that Tug McGraw gave to Henry Winkler.
Really? And then you broke into Henry Winkler's house?
Henry Winkler discovered that I was a Phillies fan and sent it to me.
That's really nice. Did Tug McGraw sign it?
It says 45 on it, which I think was his number, but he did not.
So anybody could have written that.
It has sweat stains, though, so I assume those are actually Tug McGraw's sweat stains.
This is the only thing. So Henry Winkler heard I was a Red Sox fan, and he sent me a hat, and he said it was Babe Ruth's. I think what I'm saying here is I think we should not necessarily trust Henry Winkler when he sends us an old sweaty hat.
But here's the thing. I did do some research because you know me, I like the research.
Yeah.
And the cast of Happy Days actually did do like promotional baseball games in the late 70s, and they did actually go to Philadelphia, I think in 79. So it checks out is all I'm saying. It checks out.
It lightly checks out.
I couldn't find any evidence that Tug McGraw gave Henry Winkler the hat, but I also couldn't find any reason why he would concoct this story and then send me a sweaty ball cap.
You know what? I think the takeaway here should be a reminder to all our viewers that Henry Winkler is possibly the nicest person, not only in show business, but any business.
In the world.
In the world.
100%. The nicest guy I've ever met, and I can't even understand. Like he's the Fonz. It's because the Fonz wasn't particularly nice.
No. I mean, he was helpful. You know, when the jukebox wasn't working, he'd give it a bang, and that was good for the gang.
Not the only thing he gave a bang to. If you know.
Okay, you know what? I'm pretty sure that didn't actually happen on the show. So I want to talk about this because you wrote the first of your books, bestseller. Congratulations. And did you write that with any sense that you were going to write another one?
No. I hope it doesn't fail. I hope people buy it. I hope people read it. I hope people like it. And then once that happened, I'm like, oh, maybe I can write another one. And, and around that time, I heard this crazy story that was true that Sinatra, who had helped get JFK elected, had wanted President Kennedy to stay at his compound in Rancho Mirage, and he had it all built up, a helipad and phone lines and rooms. And then Attorney General Kennedy heard about this and said, I'm investigating organized crime, and Sinatra is actually friends with mobsters. I don't know about this trip. And I heard about this around that time. I'm like, well, that's a great setting for the second book.
So these are, a lot of fictional characters in this book, but you're also writing about real people. And yet in a fictional way, which I'm sure people accuse you of doing on CNN all the time.
Yes, but this is actually fake news.
Gotcha.
This is the true fake news. All the stuff that we reported about President Trump, and et cetera, that, believe it or not, although in many ways it's stranger than fiction,
right,
that actually happened.
So do you enjoy the research that goes into a book like that? And are you also particularly drawn to that era of American politics and culture?
I love that era, and it's so glamorous on its face, but also underneath it, really full of menace. And I do like the research. I mean, I got into this business because I love history. I love it while it's going on. I love it from 100 years ago, 50 years ago. So it's fun for me.
You write about the Rat Pack in this book. Who are you in the CNN Rat Pack? Are you the Sinatra of CNN? Are you the Dean?
I'm kind of like the Joey Bishop, like the funny Jew who goes home to his wife at the end of the day.
That's very nice. We thought that too, but we didn't want to say it. We were hoping. We wanted to find out. Why do you
the
think it
sweet
is?
family man, the sweet family man.
Yeah. Why? It's interesting. I've heard you say a lot of the people that were famous at the time you said this book are still very famous. It's really interesting.
Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, like so many of the stars back then, and so many of the films that I write about, because when Charlie and Margaret, my characters, go to investigate whether or not Sinatra's actually mobbed up, having been enlisted to do so by Attorney General Kennedy, they go to a movie set of The Manchurian Candidate, and they meet people in addition to the Rat Pack: Dean Martin, Peter Lawford, Sammy Davis Jr. They run into, there's Alfred Hitchcock, there's Tippi Hedren, there's Janet Leigh, and I mean, all these people, it's incredible. They're still so iconic, and the movies are still part of our discourse, part of popular culture.
Well, you're very wise. You're very wise to make that what your book was about. I've known you to be a smart guy for a long time, and I am not surprised. I have a lot more questions. We'll be right back with more from Jake Tapper.